Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is our practically third lecture on statics. The first two lectures were twice that of one class, 1 hour class, so that will be counted as two classes, both the lectures that we had earlier, and this lecture will be counted as one class. So after this we will have another lecture and after the fourth lecture, which will actually be for 6 classes, we will be making up for the last 2 weeks, and then we are going to have lectures for this week. Now we have solved one problem, problem 2 by 121, which was on 3D moments. In that we had a couple, and we were to find the moment produced by the couple. Now in this problem 2 by 130, we have to compute the moment MO of the 1.2 kilonewton force about axis OO. We have to find moment about a line. So as we discussed in the theory, when we are to find the moment about a line, we first have to find moment about a point on that line, and after that we will just take dot product with the moment about that point with the unit vector along that line, and that is going to give us the moment produced by the force about that line. So we will first select a point on line OO. We can select the point at the center of the bracket on this line OO. Say that point is point A. So you can see the calculations. We have calculated moment about point A. So we have to, when we are calculating moment about point A, we have to write the position vector, which is going to start from point A, and it will go up to any point on the line of action of the force. The one point is given to us, all the dimensions are given to us for that point, which is the base of this cylindrical portion on which the 1.2 kilonewton force is applied. So we first we can take an axis system. Say we select the origin at the 90-degree angle of the bracket, and x-axis along the base of the bracket, y-axis along the vertical side of the bracket. So z-axis is going to be along line OO. Line OO is going to be parallel to z-axis. X-axis is along the base of this 90-degree bracket, and y-axis is along the vertical portion of this 90-degree bracket, and z-axis is going to be along line OO. Line OO is going to be parallel to z-axis. The axis system must always be in accordance with the right-hand rule. So we can write the coordinates of point A. Coordinates of point A, it is only having y coordinate because this is going to be on the y-axis. Point A is at the middle of the bracket on line OO. So this line is directly above the origin in the y direction. So this will only have y coordinate, which is going to be, so the coordinates are going to be 0, 200, 0. Then we can write the coordinates for the base of this vertical cylindrical portion where the force 1.2 kilonewton force is applied. So this is having, starting from the origin at the 90-degree angle of the bracket, we are moving through a distance of 300 millimeter along the x direction, and then we are moving 105 millimeter along the y direction. So the coordinates of this point, which is base of the this vertical cylindrical portion on which this 1.2 kilonewton force is applied. Coordinates are going to be 300 millimeters in x direction and 105 millimeters in y direction. So when we take the difference of the coordinates 300, say this point is point B where force is applied, and point A is at the middle of line OO. The coordinates of point O were 0, 200, 0. So the vector r bar is going to be coordinates of point B, which is the base of the which is the point where force is applied, and minus the coordinates of point A, which is on line OO at the middle of the bracket. So the difference of coordinates gives us 300 minus 0i and plus 105 minus 200j. So that is 300i minus 95j millimeters, and that gives us 0.3i and minus 0.095j meters. Now we have to resolve the force. We have to write the force as a vector quantity, so we have to resolve this in x, y and z directions. So first of all, it is making an angle of 60 degrees with the horizontal plane. Horizontal plane along the base of this 90-degree bracket is x direction, and along OO is z direction. So the horizontal plane is xz plane. So the component in the horizontal plane is going to be 1.2 cos 60, and the component perpendicular to this, because the angle made with the horizontal plane is 60 degrees, so 1.2 cos 60 is going to be in the horizontal plane, which is xz plane. 1.2 sin 60 is going to be the component in the y direction. So as you can see in the force vector, we have written 1.2 sin 60j. Now 1.2 cos 60 is the projection of this vector in the horizontal plane, which is xz plane. And this projection, another angle is given to us in the horizontal plane. It is making an angle of 40 degrees with the z-axis, say that we have selected line OO. It is parallel to line OO, which we have taken as z-axis. So 1.2 cos 60 into cos 40 is going to be along z direction. So we have written the component z component of force as 1.2 cos 60 cos 40k, and sin 40 is going to be along positive x direction. So the x component is 1.2 cos 60 sin 40i. So that is the force vector. So when we make the calculations, this is the result which is shown here, so many kilonewtons. Now we just need to take the cross product, r bar cross f, and when we take the cross product, the result is this in kilonewton meter. So this is moment about a point A on line OO, and that point A is at the middle of the bracket on the line OO. Now next step is to find moment about this line OO. So moment about line OO is going to be MA, which is moment about point A on this line, dot unit vector in the direction of the line OO, and unit vector in the direction of line OO, since this is parallel to z-axis, so unit vector along this is going to be k. So we just take dot product with the k, and we get I dot k0, j dot k0. So we only get contribution from the z component of the moment, which is 0.3484 kilonewton meter. So we can write this as 348.4 Newton meter. So this was the first problem in which we were to find moment about a line. So we had first taken moment about a point on that line, and then we have taken dot product with the unit vector along that line. Now we come to the next problem. This is problem 2 by 140. Now in this problem we have already written the force vector in problem 2 by 105. The rigid pole and cross arm assembly of problem 2 105 is shown again here. Determine the vector expression for the moment of the 1.2 kilonewton tension about point O. We have to first find moment about point O. So the force vector we have already written in problem 2 by 105, which was equal to 0.321 I plus 0.641 J minus 0.962 K, so many kilonewtons. This is the vector for this tensile force in this cable CD. Now we have to find the moment of this tensile force about point O, so we will write the position vector which will start from point O and it will go up to point D. It can go up to point D or any other known point on the line of action of the force. We know 2 points on the line of action of this force. Point C is known to us, point D is known to us, but point D is going to be more convenient to us because it will just have one component. It is on y-axis, so position vector will just have j component. So we consider position vector OD. So OD is equal to, the distance is 3 meters. This is along positive y direction. So position vector is going to be 3j. So we just take cross product of 3j with the tension vector that we have already found in problem 2 by 105. So the result is, of course, j cross j is going to be 0. So we are going to get contributions from j cross I and j cross k. So the result is MO is equal to, as shown, minus 2.89 I and minus 0.962 k. So many kilonewtons meter. Now we have to find moment about the pole z-axis. Pole z-axis. In the figure which is shown in the problem, we have only shown the vertical pole OB and the crossbar, half of the crossbar BC, because we don't need the other geometry. Now we have to find moment about the pole axis, which is the z-axis. The pole OB is along z direction, so we have to find moment about z-axis. So we have already found moment about a point on this z-axis. Point O is on the z-axis. Point O is the origin. It is lying on all 3 coordinate axes. So we already know moment about a point on this line, which is z-axis. So we just take dot product of MO with the unit vector along the pole axis, which is z. So unit vector in that direction is k. So we just take dot product with k, and that gives us 9.962 kilonewton meter, which is the moment about the pole axis. Now this is shown here in the solution in part B. If you look at part B, the first part gives us the moment about pole axis, and in order to write the magnitude is going to be 0.962, and if we are to write the vector, then we have to multiply this again with this unit vector in the direction, which is again k. So we have to again multiply with k. So the result is going to be minus 0.962 k. So many kilonewton meter. Now we are to actually, if you look at the statement of the question, we have to find each moment in 2 different ways. So we can, the second way can be that we, instead of using position vector OD, we use position vector OC. So position vector OC is going to be, as you can see, we are moving from O to B, this is 4.5 meters distance in Z direction, and then from B to C we are moving in negative X direction. So this distance 1.5 meter is in negative X direction. As we go from point O to point C, we are moving in negative X direction through a distance of 1.5 meters, and we are moving in positive Z direction through a distance of 4.5 meters. So the position vector is therefore going to be, the coordinates of point C are going to be minus 1.5, y coordinate is 0, and this is an xz plane, point C. So x coordinate is minus 1.5, y coordinate is 0, and z coordinate is 4.5. And of course the coordinates of the origin are going to be 0, 0, 0. So the position vector is going to be coordinates of C minus coordinates of point O. So that is going to be minus 1.5i plus 4.5j plus 4.5k. So that is in meters. In the solution it is written in Newton. It is not in newtons, of course, it is in meters. Result for MO is still going to be same, because we have to now find unit vector in the direction of we have found moment about point O we have to find. So we have to take cross product r bar OC cross T. When we take r bar OC cross T, we will get to the same value of the moment that we have found in the first method when we took r bar equal to OD. Cross product is going to yield the same result. So result is going to be same as we have obtained with r bar equal to r bar OD, which is given at the top. MO is equal to minus 2.89i minus 0.962k. And again, when we take the moment about pole x is z, we will again get to the same result that we have shown for it. It is going to be unaffected in both the cases. So that completes the solution for this problem, and this is all for this lecture. In next lecture we are going to start 3D resultants. Thank you.